Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So a lot of you guys have heard of this guy right here, Alex Hormozi. Okay, you know what he does? He does the school games. He has his YouTube channel. He has his Instagram where he posts cool content, reels, etc. But a lot of you guys don't actually understand his backstory. Okay, so Alex Hormozi had this company before all these companies you see now called Gym Launch. Okay, and take this in. On his first year of launching Gym Launch, when he first launched the actual licensing done with you, done for you process, his agency, he scaled to $40 million. In 1 year, he made $40 million top line. Take that in $40 million. Okay. So, what pretty much I did is I've actually modeled a lot of the secrets, the unique insights that Alex pretty much used to scale Gym Launch in my business and in my clients' business so that we can get a fraction of kind of the success that he got and with the systems, the SOPs, all that sort of stuff, which we're going to run through today. Okay. So I read this book called Gym Launch Secrets not too long ago. Okay. And Gym Launch Secrets is a book. Maybe you guys have read $100 million offers. Maybe you've read $100 million leads. You know about these books, but you don't know about this book. It's kind of like a book that he's written that's kind of under the radar in a sense. But this book is way better than all of his other books that he's written. Okay. And the reason why is because it's so specific to that niche, but the principles translate so much to other verticals and other segments that are also that the principles can also pretty much be applied to. Okay. So we got a long presentation today. I'm pretty much going to be running you through everything head to toe of how we scaled Gym Launch, how we got to the point where he is now. Okay. So pretty much starting from the top, Alex pretty much kind of started as a gym owner himself. Okay. And this is a big advantage that a lot of people don't understand is he started in the trenches himself. Okay. So he started as a gym owner. So this is a photo. This is the only one I can get. I know it's a thumbnail, but this is a photo of him or his bed, whatever, with his laptop sleeping on the turf. Okay. And what he did is he quickly figured out a specific method that he could apply to his gym and his gym chains and everything that he was doing through unique insights. Okay. So this is data collection, being a gym owner himself. Okay. So this is the thing. And I'll kind of just throw this out there because a lot of you guys are listening to this and maybe you're a fitness coach, maybe you're a gym owner. I don't know who you are, but a lot of the times when you work with someone and that person has done exactly what you have done and gotten the success that you want, that is way more powerful than someone just selling something randomly. Okay. So Alex pretty much figured this out and he started and scaled himself. He collected unique insights. Okay. So pretty much he kind of started to understand getting into the gym space, how kind of most gyms were operating. And this is because I've also worked with gyms as well, and I kind of understand this as well. So he understood how most gyms were operating. So number one, paper thin margins. Okay. For example, let's say you have a gym. So these are not like Lifetime Fitnesses or like Good Life Fitness or LA Fitness, not like big box gyms. These are micro gyms. Okay. So a micro gym, for example, can only really handle about 150 to 200 members tops. Okay. When you are charging $100 to $125 a month with a capacity of 150 to 200, you're pretty much capped at 15 or so, 10 to 15 to 20K a month. Okay. And when you're spending 3.5K on rent, 1 to 3K a month on trainers, and I will even price this on the higher end. I'll even go, oh my God, so many, like the amount of gym owners I've talked to, even myself being in the space, that are paying their trainers more than what they are actually making themselves is crazy. I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole, but it's crazy. So 3K on rent, 3 to 5K on trainers per month, 1.5 roughly to $2,000 a month on equipment. So this is like a lot of the times gym owners don't actually own the equipment; they're renting the equipment from the actual provider of that equipment. Okay, so for example, like Antares or I don't know, strength and muscle, whatever. Okay, what are those machines? The strength machines. Okay. Equipment. Okay. So they're spending, let's say, $1,000 a month on ads, $1,000 a month on admin fees. Okay. Once you add this all up with the capacity and the margin, okay, of how much they're making per member, they're not making that much money. Okay. And then on top of that, you put in an average rate of, let's say, around 20 to 30%. Standardized average rate of a gym owner is around 20 to 30% for a micro gym. That's the churn rate. You are pretty much most of the time operating at a net negative. Okay. And a lot of the times it doesn't feel like that because you have a bucket and you're shoveling water into the top, but you're just leaking water out the sides constantly. Okay. So they're dealing with this high churn rate, the low prices, low capacity, tons of overhead. Okay. And pretty much what he realized is like average gym owner is dealing with horrible profit margins. They're just not making enough money. And he pretty much developed a process to make more profits. Okay. And this is so he understood this problem and he kind of mapped this out. So I don't know if he actually mapped this out, but he probably did kind of in his brain. So he understood that with every failure scenario, so with every problem, there's always a solution. I'm fat. Okay, I have to do a diet. I have to do cardio in order to get in shape. Okay, so same with this. He couldn't generate enough profits to make sense of being a gym owner. Okay, he couldn't generate lead flow. Can't get leads to show up. Can't get leads to close over the phone. Can't get members to stay after a few months or even ascend. Okay, can't stop clients from churning. So he understood this process and he pretty much built a mechanism around this. Okay, so he implemented this in his gyms first. So what he did, number one, is he pretty much just ticked all these boxes off. Okay, so average person was charging 100 to 125 a month. He pretty much positioned his offer up front as a 6-week challenge and charged a couple $100 for that. So he charged $600 usually on average for that. Okay, so that solved the price issue. Low capacity. He had specific standard operating procedures to increase the capacity of gyms, taking walls out, making the office space smaller. Okay. He said in one of his spaces that his office space was massive. This is in one of his pieces of content. He's like, my office space was so big. Why do I need this massive office space? I'm just going in there for 30 minutes a day and just typing some things. The actual floor space matters more. Okay. So he made an SOP around that. Okay. He reduced margins. Okay. So instead of spending $3.5K on trainers, ads that aren't actually profitable, and all these admin fees, he made systems around this as well. And he made anti-churn mechanisms as well with the high churn rate. Okay. So he pretty much solved all these problems and figured this out kind of himself by running gyms. Okay. So average gym pretty much solved these problems to turn his own gyms into a highly profitable gym. Okay. So all in all, the thing that made Alex pretty much so successful was that he did this mostly with himself and his own gyms beforehand. He could tell a gym owner, like I said, he was in the exact same spot that they were in to do and do X thing to get Y output. Hey, I'm already making this much money. Hey, my gym is already profitable. Your gym is not profitable. I've figured out the blueprint for you. Okay? It's very influential. He cycled these unique insights that he gained from running his own business as an actual gym owner, then applied these to the gym owners with productization. Okay? So he pretty much bundled it all up, and created gym launch licensing. So he licensed it all, made it a product, and sold it to people, sold it to gym owners. He actually started initially by going from gym to gym and doing like gym turnarounds, where he would just go and implement this process for himself. But what he found is gym owners, after the 2 weeks that he would go and spend with the gym, they'd be like, hey, like I want this continually, right? And then he would just charge them. Cool. Okay, it's this much money. Boom, right? So pretty much the position that he did, and this is a lot of people don't really know this. I think Alex actually tries to hide this specifically, but it was kind of like this, I don't want to say slimy tactic, but it was this kind of weird, in a sense, tactic that he used specifically with the 6-week challenge and other things specifically. Okay. So what he did is, like I said, instead of just charging the average, hey, here's my gym, join for $125 a month, what he did is he just ran ads for a 6-week challenge. Okay. So what happened pretty much is you would have, let's say, ads. Okay. And let's say you're spending $1,000 a month on ads. Okay. And let's say with that $1,000, you're getting 100 leads, each for $10. Okay. But out of those 100 leads, only 10 people purchase. Okay. And or let's say even less, honestly, out of those 100 leads, you're probably only going to get 5 maybe that will purchase to 7. Okay. So what you're doing is you're spending this $1,000 a month on ads to get, let's say, 5 people spending, let's say you're getting $500 to $700 back. Okay. And that's the first month. So what you're doing now is you're now relying on the next month. So month 2 to turn a profit. Okay. But then once churn kicks in, 20 to 30%, okay, now you're in this cycle where it's happening. So all in all, what he did is he created the 6-week challenge. So this was like the bread and butter, the biggest unique insight of Gym Launch. Okay. And this is what made his gyms and the gyms that he worked for a lot of money. Okay. So instead of just running ads and saying, hey, join my gym, blah, 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 getting some leads, he ran ads for a free 6-week challenge. So off the bat, you're getting a ton of leads because it literally says free in the ad. Most people will be more receptive to that. Okay. Same process. You call the leads, get them to come into the gym in the studio. You explain to them that the service is free if you get the actual result of the 6-week challenge. Okay. So the 6-week challenge is to lose, for example, it would be either 10 or 20 pounds in 6 weeks. Something that's reachable, but not totally unbelievable. Okay. And then he would say, okay, so the service is free to get the result, but in order for you to take this serious, I'm going to hold a deposit for you. Okay. So I'm going to hold a deposit of, let's say, $600 to $700 for your deposit. Okay. So that after the 6-week challenge, if you lose the 20 pounds, you get your deposit back. Okay. It's also pretty easy to sell. You're going to get people who are going to tell you, oh, it said free on the ad, F you. Sure, that's going to happen. But you're going to get people who are going to be easier to sell because it's also easily justified. Okay. You can just tell them, how do I know that you're going to take this seriously if there's no investment on your behalf? You're going to get your money back if you follow the process, but how much do you believe in yourself to actually follow through with that process? Okay. You're not going to take it serious if there's no investment on your behalf. Very easy to justify. So he did that, got people to pay upfront $600. So imagine instead of having 5 people spending $500 to $700 a month from the ads, okay, that's collectively $100 to $150 a month. Okay, now you're having, let's say, the same amount of people, 5 to 7, I would say even more, let's say 5 to 10 people paying $600, $700 upfront. Okay, as a deposit. Way more money up front from just a little investment with ads. And then halfway through the challenge, they would do something called drop the anchor. Okay, so don't ask me how I know this. I've been in the gym industry for a little bit, so I've talked to several gym owners who've worked with Alex actually as well, and actually know him personally. So they would do something called drop the anchor, right? So what they would do is they would call the participants halfway through the challenge and pretty much give them a free offer where they can continue trying to get their $600 back, okay? Or put that $600 fully into a gym membership for the following 3 months at a discount or 2 months at a discount, okay? And most people would just say, yeah, 99% of people would take the offer because it's a great offer. They've been training there for a while and they like the process and they're like, yeah, it's logical. Oh, I've already spent the money in my mind, okay? Yes, I do want my money back, but I also like the process. It's an easier sell. Okay, yeah, you're just going to get a discount. It's just going to go right into that so you can finish the challenge and then have an extension after. Okay? 99% of people would take the offer, take the out, and then they actually still have that deposit. Okay? And then they would just repeat this 100 times, like crazy number, crazy volume. Just keep spending more on ads and keep pushing the 6-week challenge with the same process. So Alex figured this out. This is a unique insight. Okay? This is something that's not like he just figured out by just like thinking or watching YouTube videos. He figured this out by actually being a gym owner himself. And it's absolutely brilliant. Okay. But this is kind of the process that he used to scale several gyms and also his own gym. And then also he also, talking about the specific tactics he used to make a gym highly profitable. Obviously I just said the 6-week challenge and then, increasing gym space, increasing capacity. So standard operating procedures, etc., reduce churn techniques. So several check-ins. He also performed exit interviews. There's a specific interview actually with Alex where it's actually on his podcast. If you scroll to the very oldest podcast, he talks about how he called a lot of the gym owners and said, who had really limited churn. And he said, hey, I will pay you money to disclose this information to our community. So what he did is he got the gym owners with the lowest churn, and they pretty much said that the gym owners with the lowest churn, like less than 1%, that the gym owners did 2 times weekly check-ins, okay? They did exit interviews before cancellation. So if someone wanted to cancel, for example, jump on an interview, and it's pretty simple. Hey, you're looking to exit. Why are you kind of wanting to do that? Oh, well, I thought the program was going to be more nutrition focused. Oh, you thought the program was going to be more nutrition focused? What I can do is we actually have another program that I think could already help you with it. Would you want to explore that? Boom. Now instead of them just canceling their card, now that just goes into another program, which is also money. Okay. So that reduced a lot of churn. Also letters for birthdays. So making people feel important, and then also events and community events to get people involved in the community. So he applied these reduced anti-churn techniques, and then obviously an ads SOP, appointment setters, calling scripts, all this sort of stuff that he gave these gym owners to turn them from an average gym to a highly profitable gym. Okay. So he pretty much did this, okay, starting by placing himself in the actual gym, okay, and doing it for them, okay. So like I said before, with the failure mechanism, he pretty much just created a solution and bundled it up in one specific offer, and he gave them this license so that they could apply it themselves. Okay, cool. So pretty much, like I said, Alex had a few gym owners who wanted the system even after he was doing it for them. So he productized and licensed Gym Launch in full, and this is how much he charged: $16,000 for 16 weeks. Take that in, $16K for 16 weeks. Crazy. Okay, very expensive. Okay, so for example, pretty much most other gyms were using, either agencies or consultancies or people to get them leads or contractors to grow. Okay, Alex provided the same solution that he used himself and solved every problem. Okay, so every problem, they had a commoditized offer and bad margins. Okay, so he made that $600 up front. No proven way to get leads that are predictable. Okay, proven ad, targeting, sales funnel, totally built for them so that they can just, it's pretty much a go high level snapshot that he just gave these gyms. Okay, no nurturing system and follow-up system for these leads. Gave them it all. Okay, no proven sales scripting. Gave them the proven sales script. Okay, no fulfillment infrastructure in place to handle and deliver a 6-week challenge. He gave them all of the programming, everything for the 6-week challenge. So if someone came in and signed up, he had that system built out so that the gym owner didn't have to do anything. Okay, no retention and model. He did the 6-week challenge, which reduced churn off the bat, as well as the anti-churn system, which I went through here, the exit interviews and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so imagine this. Imagine you're a gym owner 4 years ago, and you're working with an agency, and that agency is charging you $1,000 to $2,000 a month. They're running ads, and you're at a net negative because it's $100 to $150 a month. You're waiting for a month to, people churn, all this stuff is happening, okay? And then you come across Alex Hormozi, who is not just taking, who's not just helping you get leads or helping a specific problem. He's helping you do everything, okay? So, for example, a local lead gen agency is only getting you half the way to their desired situation of that gym reaching potentially $100K a month, okay? He took that broke gym owner, helped them with everything, okay? With a high pricing power because the value was there. He helped with their offer, their lead gen, appointments, sales, fulfillment, everything, okay? And he was it's a justifiable price, $16K. It is justifiable because the amount of value that he's giving this customer, this gym owner, is so large, okay? Cool. So Alex knew that in order for him to be uncommoditized and irreplaceable, he needed unique insights of how to solve problems and solve every problem, okay? So this is when he pretty much made his offer, his licensing model, where he solved everything for the gym owner. and didn't just solve one facet like a lead gen agency. Okay. So pretty much what he did is this model right here, which I'm going to show you. Okay. So after Alex sold people on his upfront solution for the 16K, okay, that solved every problem that the gym owner could potentially face. He then ascended clients after they have paid the initial 16K. They've gotten results. They trust Alex in the process. Okay. Alex then ascended these new clients to selling data. Okay. So after they spent 16K with him, imagine you come in, he helps you with everything, 16K. Okay. You get great results. I think the average gym, he was saying in the 16 weeks, was making like 40 grand a month, something crazy. Okay. Because no one was doing it. You come in, you pay the 16K, you have your next amazing months, and then Alex then ascends you to selling you data. So he then sold you data on the best ad creatives, new and updated daily, that were updated all the time, ad targeting, scripting, data that is constantly being updated and changed within the market. Okay. So all in all, this is what the system looked like. So front end offer, 16K, high ticket price, most attractive offer in the marketplace due to the speed of results, the complexity of the deliverables, everything was built out. Okay. 16K. He was then able to leverage that fair bit of money to talent and research to get the best results in the industry even more. So more insights. Okay. And the more clients, the more insights they got, kind of like Netflix. Okay. More people using the system gets better over time. Okay. And he just kept funneling this, 16K. And he just hired more people. His team got bigger, his team got smarter, and the offer just got more attractive. And then after people were done with that 16K, they came on to a 3.2K a month retainer after they got great results. And they weren't giving him a hard time with this. It was so easy for him to sell. He didn't really even have to sell it. It was just like a simple, hey, 10, 15-minute call. Hey, we have Gym Lords, which is the retention community, retention model, whatever. And he charged 3.2K a month. And I know this has 500 gyms, but it's kind of speculative that he had just under 1,000. Okay. So imagine 3.2 million a month in MRR with 1% churn. Okay. So he had this, which is the Gym Lords, which is 3.2K a month after the 16K. He downsold it. It was easy to sell, more value for less upfront. Okay. You're only paying 3.2K a month. You paid 16K upfront before. You got amazing results. Okay. And he locked them in for a 12-month commitment. Insane margins. Okay. Think about that. Insane margins. He hired even more talent, better results because more people were using it, and solved bigger and future problems in a more leveraged way with 1% churn. Okay. What other business? Think about any other business. Sure. I'm sure you could think Netflix or Amazon Prime or something like that. But what other gym consultancy or health-based consultancy is charging $3,200 a month with 1% churn? Okay. It just doesn't happen. Okay. But Alex Hormozi pretty much cracked it by finding these unique insights. Okay. Through his 6-week challenge, increasing gym space, all the sort of stuff that he productized with Gym Launch. Okay. And he acquired these through unique insights. So I need to make a totally separate video regarding unique insights because that's probably going to be my next video because they're so important. But all in all, a unique insight is something that people don't believe standardized mostly to be true, but is a fact that is true. Okay. So he pretty much discovered these unique insights by acquiring clients, building an infrastructure, having systems and talent, and then these clients acquiring the data, looking at the data, forming more unique insights after acquiring clients and running this system of marketing. Okay. You can't acquire unique insights by just even watching YouTube videos, or sure, maybe you can if you watch low view videos who like maybe even people like me with not a lot of subscribers. That's not very standardized information, but you get this by marketing, by talking to clients, by servicing clients. Okay. And I could personally testify that myself. Okay. So Alex Hormozi scaled this to $40 million in 1 year, which is absolutely nuts. Okay. So all in all, what he did is he made a one-stop solution and charged high ticket for it. And this is what so many health and fitness coaches and people who are kind of my people are even doing or even agencies, for example, is they're just offering a segment of the problem. Okay. So someone who has an initial solution, hey, I'll help you do a portion of the problem that will get you to the desired state. You're not getting them the full way. Okay. Why would you even do that? You're limiting yourself and your client's success. Okay. Why not charge more value, provide more things in the actual deliverables, etc., that you're actually providing to the client, and charge more for it? They win, they get better results. You have more data to get these unique insights, more unique insights. Okay. And now you have more money to now hire better talent, to now, go spend money on a cool car. I don't know. Okay. So certain things that Alex did, he pretty much thought outside the box and really made these unique insights, or found these unique insights that a lot of people didn't really realize. Okay. So what I'm going to go through is how you can kind of apply this to yourself. Okay. So most likely, if you're watching this, you are, let's say, a coach of some sort. Okay. I'm just going to go with this example. I've kind of mapped this out more as like a fitness and health coach because those are more of the people that I help, but not all of them, of course. Okay. So for example, in your coaching business, you have a lack of attention and leads. You need content and ads, owning attention, email list, all these problems within your business. Okay. Most people are just solving for a segment of it. Okay. And even with your clients, for example, okay, let's say someone has an initial situation, which is they are fat and unhealthy and they want to lose 40 pounds and look like a supermodel. Okay. Instead of just giving them like, hey, here's a fitness program, or hey, here's a diet plan, like you are now building out the entire infrastructure with every single perceived problem and solving every perceived problem for them with potentially unique insights. Okay. So for example, lack of discipline in the client. How do you provide accountability and motivation, community interaction, so that they feel like they're actually in a group interacting with other people who are on the same journey as them? Okay. Let's say the client doesn't have financial means. Can you use payment firms to get payouts, payment plans, pricing breakdowns? Can you logically prove to them that this is going to be less costly than them doing what they're currently doing, eating out, all this sort of thing, all this sort of stuff? Okay. Client does not follow the meal plan 100%. Are you charging high ticket enough so they have an emotional investment? Is there accountability? Client does not follow the workout plan. Same thing. Client is not fully invested in the program or process internally. Same thing. Pricing power and internal rapport. Okay. Do you have emotional rapport with the client? Does the client like you? Okay. Client does not understand the mechanisms on how to reach the goal of losing 40 pounds, etc. Okay. Are you educating that client at all, or are you just giving them a meal plan? Hey, do this. What's the point? Okay. The client does not want to give up X thing. Oh, I don't want to give up going out on the weekends. Okay. You don't have to. Here's this within my program. There's a specific breakdown of how you can keep doing what you're doing, but just follow and make this specific tweak so that we can stay on track. Specific protocol breakdowns for specific scenarios. Haven't thought of that. Okay. Client is super busy and has no time. Oh, I'm working all the time. I work a 9 to 5. Well, after I get home, the kids, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no, I totally understand. Within our program, our fitness program, we are pretty much giving you every single protocol and breakdown so that you can get X result, okay, with your time in account, okay? Client likes to go out often and socialize. Specific protocol. Client likes in-person training and is hesitant to do online. That happens all the time. You talk to people, oh, I have an in-person trainer. I kind of like in-person. I like going and talking to people. I like the community. Yeah, I totally get it, Mr. Prospect. But we also have a community. You're going to be spending less with this. Okay? You're going to get the same results or better. Okay? Also sales scripts. Okay? So these are certain things that rather than just solving for a specific problem within health or fitness, or everyone's just selling a program. Here's my program to increase strength. Cool. But why not solve for the entire solution and charge high ticket for it? There's this guy right now, Brian Johnson, and he sells something called the Blueprint. And he's doing this perfectly. The Blueprint for Brian Johnson, he has a lower ticket and a higher ticket. The higher ticket solves everything. It's pretty much kind of an Alex Hormozi style offer where instead of just helping someone with, here's my diet plan, he's helping with everything. So he does sleep, he does supplements, he does diet, He does the actual training and movement. He does mobility. He does lifestyle and all this sort of stuff. Okay. Relationships. He does literally everything, and he charges really insanely high ticket for it. This guy, I'll actually pull him up. Brian Johnson. This guy, this biohacker dude. Okay. He's all over the internet. He's blowing up right now. Okay. He's doing the same thing, and he's making he's crushing with it right now. Okay. So what is the process to following this Alex Hormozi style offer? Okay. So number one is clarify you're not a commodity. You showcase from an absolute value perspective that you solve every problem and charge high ticket for these solutions. Okay. People want results and an end date. You'll be able to charge 2 to 3 times more when you sell your service with a defined end state, which is why it's labeled a program. Okay. Alex Hormozi, $16K for 16 weeks. Not just, oh, we're going to do $1,000 a month, like a agency, for example, continuously. Okay. You're going to price anchor the prospect to the price that they would have to pay to work with gyms, retainer fitness coaches, or cost of figuring it out on their own, opportunity cost. Okay. Bonus stack, scarcity and urgency and guarantees, creating the front end price based on value. Okay. So what is the value of actually achieving this transformation? A lot of the times that's actually more than you think it is. Losing 40 pounds, that's a process that can drastically change someone's life. If you can solve every problem to make sure they get there, that is totally doing a 180 on someone's life. That could save them an extra 20 years of their life. You shouldn't be charging anything less than $5,000 to $7,000, $8,000 for that. Okay, cool. So this is pretty much an example of a non-commoditized coach. Okay, so there's a specific client with a desire to reach a specific state. For example, mom's going through, I'm just using this as an example because I have a few clients that are kind of following this process with this market. Mom's going through ovulation that want to lose weight and tone up. Okay, so onboarding, get client starting point and specifics, educate about the process, accountability, custom meal plan and diet plan, custom workout plan in accordance with the client. Okay, you're not going to be training someone who's a mom who's ovulating, who has hormonal issues. You're going to be training that person differently than a bodybuilder who is prepping for a show. Okay, scenario avoidance protocols, back end community, so people feel like other people are doing it as well. Oh my God, Stacy's doing it as well, and she's also going through the same pain I'm going through. Wow, that's so insightful. Okay, you're solving for everything. This is just, I'm kind of just giving this as an example. I'm just kind of pulling this out of my ass, but this is the same kind of process that you're going to be going through with your offer. Okay, and then if you're a commoditized coach, you're finding a random client with a desire to reach change, which is kind of non-specific. Oh, I want to gain muscle, or I want to get healthy, whatever. Anyone, you're kind of helping anyone. I have so many videos about markets, so go watch my markets videos because I'm not going to dive into that. But you're providing a meal plan and a workout plan, and that's only maybe reaching about 30, 40% of the way there. Okay? Just stop for a second. If you're watching this, and let's say you're a health or fitness coach, and you're providing a meal plan and a workout plan to clients, I want you to ask yourself, what have been your client results? Okay? Have your client results been exceptional? Has everyone been reaching their result? Because most likely the answer is no. And you know why. Or you should know why at this point. Okay? So, overall, it's much easier to sell high ticket and literally solve every problem that the customer might face rather than solving one specific segment of the problem. You will have A, better client results. B, treated as irreplaceable and non-commoditized. C, be able to charge higher ticket as you're providing more value and solving more problems. Clients will take the process more serious. More emotional investment, they're going to take it more seriously. Be able to afford more talent and reinvest back into your company because they're spending more money up front. Now marketing becomes more effective when you have better client results and more committed clients. Referrals. Okay? Testimonials that you can recycle with ads. Okay? Overall, people would rather spend $7K once to ensure every problem is solved with an end date rather than that segment of the problem. Deep down with most coaches, they know they aren't doing everything within their power and providing enough full scope value to actually change the client's life. You should Your goal is to change the client's life, period. Okay? If you're in this game, if you're in the coaching space and you are just providing a segment of something, oh, I just want to make some money, I'm just going to sell a program. Why are you playing this game? You're playing this game so that your clients can get the best results and that you can make the most money, period. Okay? This shouldn't be an easy decision for the customer to make because obviously it's expensive, but it's changing their life. Okay? So think about it like that. If you were to change a client's life, what would that look like? What are the steps you have to do? What are the problems you have to do that you have to solve? Okay? And the way that I would do that is you have to map out every single problem and make a mechanism to avoid that failure and productize it like Alex Hormozi did. You're not going to get all of these problems off the jump. Okay? This is why I always stress to clients, you have to start marketing early. You have to talk to prospects early, quickly. You have to, because if you don't, you're not going to get these unique insights. Okay? And if you don't get these unique insights, you're not going to know their problems. What's stopping them from reaching the full scope of your program? Okay? So you have to gain these unique insights and the failure mechanisms to make success mechanisms to avoid those failures. Okay? Cool. So think that you are changing the client's life because that's what you should be. You are in this game to make a lot of money. Hopefully, if your goal is to make less than 100K a month, honestly, close your business down. Your goal should always be hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars a year. Okay, why are you playing business to just play it small? Why? Okay, so what you're doing, all in all, is you are, number one, making a front-end offer. So think about it like this. So you are making a process, which is X time frame, X outcome, and X end date. Okay, so specifically, who are you helping? Where are you helping them reach? What is the time frame to reach that? Okay, you are making this offer, which is a full scope solution. You are charging high ticket for it. You now have more money to invest in the back end, better results. Once they have finished this, kind of like Alex Hormozi, you are going to ascend them after time. So let's say their 5-month time frame expires after they paid for this. Okay, they got great results, but they want to keep going with you because they love your process. They love you. They're so invested. It's not even that they love you. It's they got great results. Okay, and they were so emotionally invested because they paid a decent amount up front that they emotionally are tied kind of to you and your process. And it's very easy to ascend them because it's a simple, hey, you lost 30 pounds within that 5 months. Why stop now? Let's keep going. It's a very easy close. Okay. So it's a continuity offer where it's you pretty much downselling. Okay. So you're saying, hey, you're going to be getting everything that you already got, plus a little bit more. Okay. Plus everything that we're already doing with accountability, check-ins, community, same thing, plus a little bit more for only $500 to $1,000 a month. Okay. It's not like gyms, B2B, where you can charge 3.2. That's not going to work with B2C. I've tried that the hard way, got crushed. I actually pushed for that for a while. Doesn't really work with B2C, specifically within this niche. But 500 to 1,000 a month is something that people feel committed to. Okay. I guess you can kind of test between more closer to 5, closer to 1,000, based on which vertical or segment of the market you're in. Okay. People are going to achieve more results over time. They're going to form a tighter bond with the community. They're going to form a tighter bond with you emotionally, build more rapport with you, get more used to the system. And they're just going to stay in this pattern, this healthy pattern that you've already built for them. Okay. And then let's say you have 20 to 50 people paying you $1,000 a month, plus the people coming in on the front end for the large amount of money up front. You've scaled the business well past $100,000 a month at this point. Okay. Same thing here. Same thing. You are just applying to your coaching business. Okay. So in my business right now, so in my business, FitX, I pretty much provide this exact process. Okay. So I pretty much went, in terms of unique insights, went from dropping out of school, starting a coaching business, or thinking I was starting a coaching business by kind of just posting my physique on TikTok and my gym workouts on TikTok, hoping that people would reach out to me. Okay. Scaled that up a little bit. failed horribly, gained so many unique insights with that. And then I went from working as my own coach to also helping in-person B2B brick and mortar gyms and in-person fitness businesses. Okay, scaled to 50K a month in the coaching space and created a full scale solution to coaches and fitness businesses with pretty much a 1x offer of me providing a full scale solution. Okay, so what I did is this process of me from dropping out of school to working with these several different businesses, I've worked with several people and have acquired a ton of unique insights, okay, which I've actually built an infrastructure around these insights to help coaches scale. So what I can do, if you're still watching, I've actually shared this before several times in my long form video. If you skip to the very end, I talk about this in my 5-hour video that I just released. But all in all, what I do is my solution is full scale. So I don't just provide, like a lot of agencies, hey, you're a coach, do you want leads? Do you want 100 appointments a month? What? 100 appointments a month? How am I supposed to provide 100 appointments a month when your systems are bad? When you can't even handle those amount of clients, when you suck at sales, when you don't know how to appointment set, okay? When you are in a bad market, when your offer is commoditized. Why would I do that? Sounds like a waste of time, okay? So what I did is I made a full-scale solution pretty much for coaches and kind of did this exact same process. And if you join with me, hypothetically, if you book a call, talk to me, etc., what I will tell you is you are going to be doing the exact same thing that I do. This is not like a, hey, Mr. Fitness Coach, you're just going to run ads and sell a fitness program. No. You are building a process exactly like this. Same thing that I do for you, you are doing for your clients. It shouldn't be anything different. Okay? What I do for myself, I do for my clients. Okay? It's like going to a personal trainer and that personal trainer is fat. It's like, why would I work with you? You're not doing the same thing for yourself that you're trying to teach me. What the fuck? Okay? So all in all, my solution is pretty full scale. All in all, just to give you a quick run through. First thing I educate, we hypothesize an NTP, which is a niche transformation price variation. We get resonance, product market, service market fit. And then we launch our acquisition system. So I do everything mostly through school with a combination of paid and organic, kind of a combination of paid and organic traffic. Okay. I then place talent within your business. Okay. So I have hundreds of SDRs, hundreds of appointment setters, hundreds of closers. A lot of people come to me, they just suck at closing. I'm not going to try to teach you how to close. Why would I teach you how to close if I can just hire someone and place someone who takes 10 to 15% of the sale? Why would I do that? Like that's just way easier. Why would you learn sales when you can hire someone to just do it for you? Okay. As a CEO, as a business owner, you should be a master delegator. You shouldn't be a master, oh, I'm just going to wear every hat within the business. I'm going to work within my business. No. Work on your business. Okay. Then we do a combination, like I said, of paid and organic. Okay. So the reason why we do this is because a lot of people, they run lead ads, get leads, call the leads, try to hard close the leads. Doesn't work. You want leads to be educated. You want leads to understand what you're doing. So what we're doing is we're making a ton of sales assets organically on YouTube to then cross-pollinate these two platforms. Okay. And then I also help with the back end, onboarding, fulfillment, retaining clients, all that sort of stuff. And then obviously long-term scaling team. So this is where a lot of my clients are right now, where they've initially gone through my process, which is a 5-month process. Then they're already making 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K a month. They want to scale to 100K a month. That's when we really go hard on scaling a sales team. Okay. Placing more people, placing operations people, virtual assistants, really placing and finding and sourcing talent, which I pretty much do for them in full. Okay. So that's my process. All in all, I'm going to come back. All in all, it's the same thing. Okay. So if you're watching this in your fitness coach, the first thing you need to do is you need to get a bunch of clients. Okay. And have a bunch of conversations and understand what are the problems and how can you build a solution to every single problem and productize that. Okay. So long video. Hopefully it was valuable. If you made it to the end and you're one of those people that made it to the end, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, tell me that you made it to the end. And I appreciate you watching. And as always, enjoy.